recreation that's affordable, inviting all to come out and play. Welcome to Chicago at Play. Every month we bring you stories from the parks showing what is going on around the city. We'd like to highlight the people, places, and programs that made 2015 an exceptional year. Cold and snow ushered in a new year, along with a variety of programming for the wintry weather.
What really makes this a world-class, unique park is the 3-acre playground. It's the sweeping lawns and the ridges in the valleys. It's the skating ribbon, the quarter-mile skating ribbon. It's the native plantings. It's a brand new field house, essentially. One of our most popular field houses in Chicago.
So Polar Adventure Days are a time of year that the Park District schedules a citywide event to get people outside during the winter. It's very cold and gray outside, and it's very, very easy to keep yourself indoors, but we thought we have this great resource in Northerly Island. Let's get people outdoors in nature with their friends and family, spending a fun afternoon together at Northerly Island.
I think that the cultural centers are a really important part of Chicago. They're woven into the fabric of the city. There are 15 of them, and they are geographically distributed across the whole city. So they're really meant to exist as kind of arts and culture hubs where youth to older folks, you can get a range of classes in dance or theater or visual arts, woodshop, ceramics, a whole range.
It's just great knowing that the tradition started here in Chicago, and it's just a norm to include everybody. We have opening ceremonies at Soldier Field. There's a lot of excitement. It's a parade of athletes.
There's a wonderful draw of the local community. They love the fact that theater is within walking distance, and we love the fact that they're willing to walk to our shows. By working with the park, we're able to keep the costs down, so we're able to bring quality theater at a very affordable price for everybody.
As it warms up outside, programs heat up all throughout the parks.
Chicago Park District offers wonderful summer camp programs for residents in the city. It's a great value.
Keep your feet arms straight in front of you.
One of the least expensive programs in the city, but you get a great bang for your buck and wonderful activities.
It is important to the Chicago Park District to keep teens fit because teens are a huge part of the Chicago Park District and their success. Even from being seasonal rec leaders to any other type of position, they really have to, keep their body in shape.
Teen Fitbox is a great class in which we do a lot of conditioning and getting ourselves prepared for any upcoming season we have.
This committee is all about bringing the kids back to the park.
Park advisory councils and community groups from across the city and citizens interested in forming advisory councils have come today to learn more about best practices, do networking with other advisory councils, and just learn about what advisory councils can do.
Coming back up to your warrior two. What's really unique about having yoga on the beach is being one with the outdoors. So you get to hear the birds chirp. You have the sand underneath your toes. All levels of yoga and experience are welcomed because we're able to provide modifications for each movement.
Night out in the parks is really exciting because it is the umbrella of all our cultural activities, all our arts. It's starting to create a buzz across the country, and it's movies in the parks, it's Shakespeare in the parks, it's circus in the parks, it's local talent from the community in the parks, bringing families in, celebrating the community and the rich culture Chicago has.
From Shakespeare to symphony, from Joffrey to jazz, you can go throughout the city of Chicago, 1,000 events throughout the city, all free.
The Make a Splash program is swim lessons that we offer to the community. We have a big program. We have over 100 pools in the area, and then over the summer we do have the lake open, the beaches. So it's just preventative measures.
So we're here today celebrating the opening of the 606 and its centerpiece, the Bloomingdale Trail. 2.7 miles of fun.
1, 2, 3.
This is an incredible moment in sort of Chicago history because we are opening up a series of parks and a trail that is the culmination of 10 years of work.
As summer moved into fall, the Chicago Park District continued to innovate and inspire.
We are here to celebrate this wonderful new park, 15 years fighting for what it is now. This is a wonderful, beautiful addition to Chicago, a beautiful addition certainly to the Chicago Park District, and let's face it, it is a jewel for Little Village.
We are all touched by disability, and what the Americans with Disabilities Act is, it gave us access. It gave us access to public facilities, public transportation, employment, countless things that we take for granted.
We're a national leader because we want to develop a model for the provision of sports and recreation opportunities for all disability groups, and folks who are blind, deaf, people with physical disabilities.
Today we're gathered here at what was formerly known as the 31st Street Beach, a beach that has historic significance.
It is an integrated beach with all nationalities here, and that's what Dr. Burroughs worked for. She worked to bring us together as one humankind. And I know that Margaret's spirit is here with us.
We are here for the 5th annual Midwest Valor Games. We are very thrilled to have been one of the first cities that offered the Valor Games.
Well, the Valor Games is a 3-day event which is focused on bringing out some of the injured or disabled veterans to come out into competition to different activities and stuff.
Well met, dear stranger. Guess who? That's right. 'Tis none other than Bill Shakespeare, the immortal bard himself.
This morning, something a little bit magical happened. All across Chicago, 30 statues awoke, and they discovered that they had the gift of speech.
Anybody with a mobile device can approach a statue where they will find a sign, and the sign will indicate the 3 ways that you can access the voice, and you get a phone call. You answer it, and then you have someone at the other end as the voice of the sculpture.
As the end of the year approached, cooler weather activities prevail, and the Junior Bears crowned a new winner, the Fosco Park Chargers.
These kids are so competitive, and they really give it their all every time they're on the field. So I think, that shines through in everything that they do, so they appreciate so much the chance to be in Soldier Field and have 61,000 fans cheering for them.
We're in the Morgan Park Sports Center, the park's brand new facility for the Park District. We have an ice rink there where we program hockey and figure skating, and a state-of-the-art gymnastics facility for gymnasts.
The community absolutely loves having the facility here, especially this area. I mean, it's filled with hockey players. It has a great, reputation for gymnastics as well.
So we have all sustainable farms here, as well as several who do organic practices. We wanted people to really get a better understanding of where their food is coming from and be able to interact with the people who make their food.
You're checking out Solarize, which is a full conservatory installation brought to us by a local Chicago art studio, Luftwerk Studio. And they have sculpted a art installation that goes hand in hand with the conservatory and its environment, and it's just absolutely transformed this space.
There were three Japanese paintings from the 1893 World's Fair that have been in storage at the Chicago Park District.
We thought that any screens or paintings would have probably been destroyed in the fire that burned down the entire Ho'oden in 1946. But what we learned from the documentation was because of earlier acts of vandalism, the Chicago Park District salvaged these three beautiful Japanese screens 3 years earlier in 1943 and brought them to the Park District's administrative headquarters.
The Joffrey Academy of Dance, the official school of the Joffrey Ballet, is bringing their Nutcracker Suite to Hamilton Park, one of my favorite parks, a cultural center located right in the heart of Englewood.
The best programming in the city for all ages. Here's to another extraordinary year in the Chicago Park District.
Hey Chicago, it's Michael Kelly. I'm the General Superintendent and CEO of the Chicago Park District. And listen, I want to just say we had a great 2015, and I want to thank all of you. From the opening of the 606 in Northerly Island, record numbers at night out in the park and in our programs. It was a gangbuster 2015. Here's to a better 2016. So on behalf of my family, my staff, and everybody at the Chicago Park District, I want to wish you a happy and safe holiday season.